Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to all. We are going to start this live session in just a couple of minutes, so stick around. Let's start this live session, this space for getting to know each other and for you to see the team Customily and actually start with the basics. What is Customily? So most of you installed the app quite recently and are either getting started with your store from scratch or beginning the process of selling personalizable products on an existing store. For both cases, we have the perfect tools to get started. So, Customily is an app that provides your store with live previews of products, along with options that your customers can interact with, changing those live previews with every interaction. So, from text input to image, clipboard selection, image upload, or even map customizations, your preview will change and give you a realistic example of how your product and your customizations will look in the end. So you get to play around with the options to customize a particular product, in this case, a hardcover journal mat. So, for example, we can set up a location. Yeah, we can set up a date, like your birthday, for example, and even customize if you want to see the constellations, if you want to see the grid lines of the map or the Milky Way. And there's a lot of styles for this particular map. So this is one way of customizing something. You will see that there's a phrase here, may your stars guide you, and you can actually type your name. This is a preview of how your product will look once fulfilled. Now, this is what Customily does for you, but this is not the only thing that Customily does. Imagine before this, when you had to customize something and you needed to go back and forth with the designer or the merchant with proof of what you wanted. You wanted a particular style. So what other styles you have? And I want to type this, and I made a typo and everything. So coming back and forth is over because customization with Customily goes straight to your customers. And after that, you needed to grab all that information and create design for fulfillment. And now Customily will do that for you. After you purchase this, you will get the final preview, but the merchant, so you as a store owner, will get the print file ready to go to fulfillment on any POD or any workshop or even your own machines. So you have full control of what your customers can customize. They will do the customization any way they want, and you will get the ready to print file, and they will get the realistic preview. So all that is done using Customily. This is just an example of what you can do, and I invite you to watch over some other live sessions we have been doing so far. Today is number 21 of live sessions. So we're turning legal age, and we are actually breaking a threshold of how we have been doing so far, thanks to all you attending and giving us feedback. So playing around with Customily is even better if you follow the live sessions, check out the assets to replicate the tutorials, and also keep joining them because they are live like today. So everything that you see here that is using Customily is actually the preview, which is loading a template. That is a Customily file that will load here and give you the live preview. And the other file is the options. The options is what your customers will interact with. So these two elements, the options and the template, are created in Customily for any product. Products that will be created brand new from print-on-demand suppliers, or products that you have already in your store and you want to actually connect the live preview of a template with the options. All can be done using Customily. So actually, if you follow the steps of creating a template from scratch. You'll be able to create the options automatically, so you don't have to do this manually, and you'll be able to connect to any existing product, like I said before. Learn the basic of what Customily is and how it works with any product. Now, what if you want to create a new product? And that's why we developed Customily 2.0. This is our latest update for Shopify stores, which allows you to create and publish personalized products easier, faster, and better than before. Now, those starting your stores from scratch will have more interest in this section because now you can choose directly from a print on demand supplier, add a design to it, and get it published in your Shopify store, all from the Customily app. Also, with the print on demand services that have an API connection, all the fulfillment processes will be automated. This means that once you receive a purchase, all the order details and the ready to print file will be sent to the corresponding POD provider automatically for fulfillment and shipping. No more middle stations, no more interactions, no more manually downloading and sending files. Everything can be automated using Customily. Now, another interesting feature for Shopify users is the free access to Customily's design libraries. This means that you can find designs ready to use and sell, or you can use this exclusive Clipper collection to create your own art. So once you set up with Customily 2.0, you'll be able to create products, get them really fast and automatically fulfilled, and also have designs to begin with. So if you're still getting ideas and being inspired, you can use our designs and our clipboard to get you started. So we can say that there are 4 different paths you can explore with Customily 2.0. You can work with a print-on-demand provider who has its own product catalog and add a design from Customily's library to it. This is the fastest path, the one that allows you to have published products ready to sell in minutes. You can work with the print-on-demand provider, but choose to add your own designs to the products. In this case, you will have to populate your design library before being able to publish products in your store. And in fact, we have a design studio, so you can create your own art at any point. Now, on the other hand, if you have your own products and are not interested in working with a print-on-demand provider, the way to go is to start by populating your product-based library first. After you have your own product mockups, you can choose to add a design from Customily's library to them and create and publish products really fast. Or you can, of course, add your own designs to your own products. This is the path that involves more time, but once you have all your product mockups and all your designs set up, it's just a mix and match game, and you'll be able to create and launch new products really fast. So now that we have the different alternatives clear, we're going to create some products together. And today I wanted to explore a couple of scenarios. Remember that in previous live sessions, we have covered these scenarios with lots of products. We have also created templates so they can connect to existing products. So we have covered a lot of scenarios that you can begin and use Customily with. And the idea today particularly is to find a POD supplier, a product from their catalog, and put one of our designs, okay? And also later we're going to be creating something from scratch for an existing product. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Imagine I'm a Shopify store owner and I want to start selling personalized products, and I just installed Customily to try it out. The first thing you're going to get is a message from our one of our characters welcoming you and giving you a tour using an onboarding. I highly recommend you follow that onboarding, that you are sincere about your questions, your answers to the questions, and finish off your checklist that you will see in this corner. Of course, I did it already and you cannot see that, but there's a checklist here that is really nice to play with and follow. It takes a few minutes, but it's going to give you the first scope of the app and it's the best way to get started. Okay, but once you finish that, you are in the main menu of Customily. You can see at the left bar that we have 6 sections. The first 3 sections are shortcuts to the 2.0 tools. The other 3 sections are the main core of Customily. So you can explore, manage, and create your templates. Remember, templates are those that load on the front end of your store and have the live preview. Then you can upload, organize, and categorize your assets in libraries. There are color libraries, fonts, vectors, and images. And you can see all your connected products in the store section, as well as change many settings that will help you customize the front-end experience of your customers. So with these 3 elements, these 3 sections, you can have full control and scope of everything Customily. And with these 3 sections, these are shortcuts that will help you get started really fast using Customily. Okay, so today we are going to create the product that I showed you at the beginning. We're going to be creating this hardcover journal mat. Also, I wanted to give you a quick view of a product that I have right now on my store. This is a common product, like you see here. This is a corporate paper, part of my store from the beginning of the ages. And guess what? I'm selling this corporate paper at $2 and it's available in A4 and letter sizes and it's customizable, but I never actually customized this live. I take down the information from the customer and I put it here in the paper. I send them over so they come as a proof, so they can approve, and then I will have to build this and start fulfilling. So I actually want to use Customily to improve the way my customers are working with this particular product. And we're going to do that later. But I wanted to show you really quick how we can put together this journal. We are going to jump into the beginning of Customily. So in the Start menu, this Start section of Customily is where you're going to start off. Here in the Start section, you will have access to print-on-demand providers. That's when you create a new product. And you get to see also right here the design libraries and the product mockup libraries as well. Today, as we are going to be using a print-on-demand provider and one of their products, we're going to be picking from one of our designs, or you can create your own. In other live sessions, you'll be able to explore how to combine the product bases with the designs or even the Customily designs. So as you can see, these are our print-on-demand providers that are currently integrated with Customily. Some of them, you will see them in color, meaning that you can explore the catalog. Some others will need you to input your API key. So if you have an account with any of them, you will have access to the API and you'll be able to put that in Customily to connect. The moment you connect these accounts to Customily, you will get this, the automatic fulfillment. So whatever you create using these print-on-demand providers and customizing with Customily, each purchase will send them the print file ready to print and ready to fulfill without you having to do anything as a merchant. If you want to connect any of these print-on-demand services, there's a really quick way to do that, and I'm going to show you right away because it's always one of the first questions, and I really like to get into that. It's so you can get started right off this live session. So in here, in the top here, you're going to be going to settings, In the five tabs that you see, go to integrations. And here, there's a drop-down list with all our print-on-demand providers that have been integrated with Customily. I can select any of them, for example, Custom Cut. I can click on Enable Integration, and it will show at the end of my list. So now you see I have already integrated with Printful, with Printify, and all I need is the API key of my Custom Cut account. To find this API key, all I have to do is check out this article here from our help center. It will show you the different places where you can find them with great explanations and screenshots. So just follow them, put it in here, and save the settings. Okay, now I have Custom Cut integrated with my account and I'm ready to fulfill automatically. So I'm going back to the Start menu and I'm going to create a product. The journal that I like, I'm going to go on Create New Product, and I know that this journal is on Printify. So I'm going to open Printify, and I will see that there's a lot of products from their catalog. These products are all integrated through API, so you're welcome to pick any of them and put a design on them to create a brand new product. There's a lot of pages and there are a lot of things to explore. I'm just going to search for the journal. And I actually have two, the blank and the hardcover. I want to go for the hardcover. So I pick this product, and if there are more than one print providers, you will find them here. If there are more than one variants, you will see them here. Usually variants are colors for clothing, are materials for certain products, sizes for canvas and other products. So you'll be able to see everything available for a product in here, and you'll be able to pick one if or many and be ready to go to the next step by clicking here. The next step, once you have selected the product you want to create in your store, is to pick a design. So I can actually come here and pick one of Customily designs. And check out how many we have. We have hundreds, and they are categorized, and you can explore different occasions and themes. So for seasonals, we have a lot of things. For Valentine's, for Pride recently, and also, well, especially dedicated to mothers, to fathers, to sisters, best friends, a lot of things. So if I were to pick any of this, it will create my product using this design. But what if I want to create my own design? I go back and I go here to pick from my designs. So at the beginning, you will not have designs. So your design library will be empty. Yeah, imagine this is empty, but you can always create new designs. And let me show you really quickly how. I have decided already that I want to use this design. Yeah, that's the one that is here. But I can actually create this by scratch. If I go to my designs here, that's the first shortcut, and I create a brand new design. Once I create a design, I will go deep into the Customily Design Studio. Okay, so a design studio here is where you can put all the customizable elements of any of your designs and your creations. You'll be able to create text boxes so your customers can input their own text. Inside each text box, you can set up fonts, colors, sizes, everything. You can also create placeholders, images, or vector placeholders. And a placeholder is an object that will allow your customers to upload their own files. For example, when you want them to upload their own images for any kind of customized product that involves like a photo collage or photo upload, those are placeholders. In previous live sessions, we have explored each and every one of these tools to go deep into what you can do with each one of them, but it's always nice to get a nice preview of what they do. Maps and star maps are tools that allow you to set up a customizable, location map or star map like the one we just saw. There's a lot of options inside of them. And finally, we have the dynamic elements, dynamic images and vectors. As you can see, and I always show you this so you can remember, they have 4 small icons each. This means that these objects can hold more than one image at the same time. If you upload one image, you may want to have that as a background. But if you upload 10 images, you're actually giving the customer the choice between those 10 images. And that's what the dynamic images do. So if you have seen designs and products that involve selecting different backgrounds or colors or whatever, you are selecting dynamic images. Okay. We will probably go into this in the next product, but I wanted to show you that there's a blank canvas that you can resize and start playing around with this. If I go to my designs again and I will look for my map, I will show you how we made this by editing this one. Basically, this design is a star map object created here and a couple of text fields. Yeah, I have text boxes here. One text box will be for the phrase at the beginning, and the other one will be for the name. Then, as you can see, we have the star map, and there's a lot of things like in the star map behavior here. When you click here, it opens. You can set up how you want this to be customized. You can set up an initial location, date, set your customers be able to customize the constellations, Milky Way, and grid lines. And also, there's all the styles you want to offer for changing, like this. So you can set that up all in just one item. For example, let's do some adjustment before we create our new design, our new product. This text element will be a fixed message. This fixed message, if we check out our example, it says, "May your stars guide you," and we're going to type it here in the name of the layer just so we remember this. May like that. So we remember this is one. And this one actually is for your name. So type your name. I always tend to change these names of the layers because whatever I type here will reflect here on this label you see here. So it saves me a lot of time to having to change that later. I save a lot of time by doing this. So now this is my star map and I'm off to go. We're going to save this again. Yeah. Save it with the new options and done. So imagine I just created this design and I'm all ready to go for my start menu and I'm going to create a new product. I know my product is on Printify. I open the catalog, find that, select the product, select the provider, the variants, and the print area if there are more than one choice, and click next to select my design. So I'm going to find the design on my designs library, find it here, and click on the design. So now we have to wait a bit. Why? Because Customily just grabbed the information from the POD product and grabbed the information from the design and is putting them together, creating a template. The template will load also on a brand new product that is being created right now in your store. So your Shopify store will have a new product that will have all the information from the POD. It will also have the mockups from the POD and will have the content of our design. After this is done, you see it's really fast. You get to see a previewing of how it's going to look. So right now, my design has been placed on the cover of this journal, the image of the journal. Everything has come from Printify. I can actually set any location. Yeah, select it, pick a date, and I can even start clicking to show or hide the constellations. Let me just change this like this. I could actually hide or show the constellations, hide the grid lines, show Milky Way. Okay. I'm just going to go for this design and check out this. May your stars guide you. This is the message that I want to put. Actually, I don't want this to be someone that you can type. I want this to be always there. So I'm going to do some changes. And this is the best place to do that because it's really, really quick. I see a couple of things that I don't like. I don't like this to be enter location one, which is a default, but I want to remove the one. And also I want to hide this text field and put may your stars guide you to be always there. There's a quick way to do this because you have two shortcuts here that are really useful before you go and publish this product. The first shortcut is the edit product details. This will take you to a small area in which you can change the title, the description, and even the price. So I can put this to be, this is the new price, and this is the live session star map journal. I like that one. So now that I changed the title of the product and the price and everything, I'm going to save this product, and that's going to reflect in here. The other shortcut that I have is the chance to edit the options so my customers will see exactly what I want them to see. I'm going to click on edit options, and you don't have to be too much overwhelmed by all this. Just quickly understand that enter location one is actually the star map where you're going to pick the location and the date. So if I open this by clicking here on the gray area, I open this. All I want to do is change the label. Yeah, like that. The second thing that I can see is that there are three checkboxes for the constellations, grid lines, and Milky Way, and the map style, of course. Check out this, Customily created for you all the swatches and the thumbnails with all the possible options for the map style. Finally, I get to see two items. The type your name, this is a text input, this is where you're going to put your name, and the may your stars guide you, also a text input. Remember, we didn't want this. We don't want this to show, but we want this to exist, of course. So one thing you can do about a text input is to put an initial value. This means that instead of having your customers type something, you can put something there by default. They will come here and erase it if they want. But if you actually click on the hide option checkbox, now they will not be able to see this option. They will see the value. They will not see the option. With those small changes and saving, check out what happened. This is looking nice because it has an enter location now. Let's go again to the location that I wanted to put as a default, the date I want to put as a default, and the style that I want. Yeah. You see now that the text will have an initial value, may your stars guide you. I cannot see that input, so I cannot change this message. I can just put my name. And if I like this image, I can set it to be my new product image in the listing on Shopify. This will save me a lot of time. And of course, it's going to present a nice looking view of the product. Now that I'm happy with the options that the customers will see, the preview they will see, and the texts and the name of the product and the price and everything, I'm ready to publish. This is my new product live on my store, has the vendor that I picked, has the name that I picked, the prices, and everything ready to be customized. So I can actually change the style, change the date, change the location, type anything, remove some things just for the stars, like that. This is my new product. This is my new option. I'm going to preview this. I like it. I'm going to add to cart and I will get this preview, but you as a merchant will get the print file. So back to Customily, let's see what happened. Actually, I can go to my Shopify backend and see that there's a new product on the list. A lot of live session products, so we need to filter. You see, this is a brand new product created from Customily. And at the same time that this was created, inside Customily, I can go into the core elements, remember these ones, and check out in the templates that I have a new template. This template is the one loading on my new product, has the print area information and has the preview information and is ready to go, as well as the options. So everything can be accessed from the backend of Customily, but it will be really simple to create and publish the product. You can always come back here to do some adjustments to improve the views and the mockups and the options, everything. So there's no limitations there after you create this, but creating it, saving you a lot of time in putting this together, it's the real advantage of Customily 2.0. So let's go back to my product list and check out my product called corporate paper. This is a product that I have already selling. This is a simple Shopify product that in fact I can find inside Customily. So I start off with nothing, for example, and I go to the store section, and here I get to see the same options, home, product, options, and settings, remember, but I can link products and see all the products in my store right now. Those that have a check here are the ones that are connected to Customily already. So they are actually loading a template and offering you a live preview. But if I look for this new product that I have here, if I find that and I don't find that, I can always sync, because sometimes the changes that you make in Shopify will not really fast update here. So now we have that. Now I found my corporate paper. It's not connected to Customily, meaning that it's a simple Shopify product. But if I click on this and I open the options that I can do with Customily, I will find this. I have the chance to connect the template and to create the options from the template. Saving that give me um, will give me the chance to make this product customizable using Customily. At the same time, I'm going to be doing some adjustment. Let's say that I want to add variants to this product. Let's go to the product, go to variants, and we're going to add a variance, the size variant. We have a letter and we have a 4. Yep, we have those variants now. Same pricing, same everything. The reason why I want to have variants is because I want you to see that Customily can read those variants and later you're able to interact with them. So if I were to find my corporate paper again, now I get to see that I have two variants, letter and A4. Perfect. So what do I need to make this product customizable? And that's very important to ask yourself before jumping into this, because let's say you have a couple of images, yeah, and you know the size of the A4 and the letter, but you need a sample of what do you want to offer as customization, and probably you will need a mockup without any content, so you can put the customizable items inside that mockup. So planning ahead will get you started really fast on Customily without you having to stop at some point to realize that you need something before. So, like I said, what do I need? I will need the dimensions of the A4 letter, the dimensions of the letter paper, and of course I will need a nice looking image of both of them, but without the customization. Why? Because the customization will be done in Customily. The items that you'll be able to put inside of this paper. Basically, we're going to put this line. We're going to put this text for the address and contact, this text for the name, and this area here will be a placeholder so your customers can upload their own logo. That way, you'll be able to upload your logo, type your name or the company name. You'll be able to actually change the color of this line, so it's going to somehow be following the style of your the corporate color, basically, and you'll be able to modify this text here. That's my plan. That's what I want this corporate paper to do for me. And I'm going to show you how you can do that in Customily. But if I don't have a plan of what do I want to offer, navigating Customily will be difficult because you don't know where to begin. Now I know where to begin. I want this paper to be customizable here, upload a a logo, and the extra detail will be that if I put this line capable of changing colors instead of black, it's going to be really nice. It's going to be like a nice touch. So let's go into that right away. What do we need to start with? A template. So let's open another tab, keep this open and go to another one and go to templates. We can actually create a template from scratch. That's the beauty of that. We're going to create this without any problem. This is going to be my corporate paper A4. Yeah. What's the print size of an A4? Well, I already have that. It's a trick question, but it's like this, like that. Millimeters, but you can choose inches or pixels. So I'm going to be printing on this size, right? So when I create a page, I get to create a blank page with the exact A4 size. Okay, so what do we need now? We need actually an inspiration. So I actually grabbed an existing paper that I had before that I made to a customer a long time ago, and I grabbed that. I have that image. So if I want to upload an image of my own, I can use dynamic images. That's a dynamic image here, and I can upload an image. In this case, I'm going to upload the reference in A4. Oh, that's a new one. Okay, no worries. So you see, I have an A4 image. I'm going to stretch this so I can fit that. The letter is going to be better. So if I pick something that I created some time ago and I present this on top of what I want to do, basically like that. Yeah, it has like a bit of an extra edge. Yeah, like that. Okay. So this is my sample. Okay. We're going to call this sample. Yeah, delete me later. Yeah. And I'm going to lock this so I cannot move this around. With this as my sample, I'm going to start creating elements using Customily. First element, a text box. Text box, as you can see when I click here, will show up like that. Maybe we want to shape this to be no bigger than what we have now. If it's not centered, we have alignment tools here. I'm going to center that. Yeah. And if I zoom in, this is actually, and the A is just for you to type something. So I can actually type yeah, as an example. Yeah. And get to see, okay, well, apparently this is more like this. Let's align. And I don't like this font. So, but basically this is a text box. This will start off empty and your customers can actually type whatever they want. And it's going to show up automatically. After you have this text box, we're going to call this name. Type your name. Remember to save time by putting this as you want that later. Type your name. There are four sections here that will control this text element object. Transform is always related to coordinates, positions, rotation, and size to be more precise or to do what I did, which was to stretch out things like that. And character here is where you can pick one or more fonts. Now, and I could actually grab Arial to be my first font. I can actually go and click second option and grab another font. So now I have two fonts. Since I have two fonts, I have the choice. Yeah. But I'm not going to be offering these particular fonts. If I create a library, a font library, I'll be able to find it here when I click on Pick Library. I have some libraries here. I'm going to show you later how it looks like. We'll be having first week of July. We're going to be having a one-on-one on managing these assets, just to let you know. But if I click this wallet font, I start off with something called Sinsel. The second one is the Nikon. Third one is Quarto, and fourth one Rockwell. Fifth one Satisfaction. Yeah. And yeah, there's only five. Okay, all we need that. Yeah, so this is my first text element. Second text element will be the small thing here. So before actually I jump into the other one, let me show you quickly about the sizes. Right now I have a size of 24.45, meaning that even if I want to go to a maximum size of 50, which I can if I make my box really big, yeah, that's 50. Yeah, that's as big as 50. If I want this to be bigger, just put something else and see if it fits on the box. But what about the minimum size? Minimum size is how much I can keep typing before I reach the end of the box and I keep shrinking. So see, I reach the end of the box and I start shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. And I keep going and going. When it's going to stop? Right now, N is not showing, basically because I reached the minimum size of 15. If this is too small for you and you don't want that, you can actually set this to be the limit. So whatever I type will go from 25 to 20, no more than that. That's very important to control the sizes so people cannot keep typing. Imagine if I were to put this to be 1. Check out with the eyeball here to see what happens with number 1. Let me hide the reference so you get to see. That's 1 in point. That's unprintable and unreadable, of course. So you need to be careful with that and make sure your customers cannot type endlessly. So now we have this, and I'm going to create a new text box. Okay. We know we're going to be offering the same fonts, so I'm just going to select the wallet fonts. Yeah, this one is going to be bigger, but actually smaller. In this case, I may want to go not 15, but actually 10. Yeah, so it's really small. I'm going to put this here. So let's go here and here. So number 10 is this. No, too small. So let's see, 15. Yeah, I like that. Imagine that I don't want this to be any bigger than one size. I can actually put equally minimum and maximum and stick that to one single size. So street, address, city. Yeah, see, you can keep typing anything you want here, names, numbers, whatever, and it will populate here. But it's going to stop at the end of the box. Let's see. And yeah, I'm going to keep this with, yeah, I can't decide today. Okay. This one is going to be the contact information. So we have the name, we have the contact information, we are missing the logo. For the logo, remember we're going to be adding an image placeholder. This is empty because your customers will be able to upload their own logos in here. Okay? I can actually try with an image just to see how this will look. Okay? Now I'm able to hide the sample and get to see how my customization is coming along. I'm going to be offering this upload, this text element, and this text element as well. Finally, the final touch is the line. So for the line, I could actually use a black line. So if I have a photo of that, a PNG or a JPEG, I can click dynamic image, upload my line here, and check out, I have a line. Yeah, probably going to make it smaller like that. Yeah, center, and so that's my line there. No mysteries. But it's always going to be black. What if I can change the color of this? For that, we have this dynamic vector. Vectors are files that will be able to change in color. Why? Because we can set them to be full colors or single colors. And in single colors, we can pick any color of them by default, or actually set a library of colors or have a color picker. And we are going for the color picker. So I actually have this line in EPS. Yeah, going to try and match, yeah, size, position, and everything. Okay, so this is my line color. Yeah, and this one, delete. Upload your logo. That looks nice. Okay. Check out what happens with the vector mode that is single color. You see how it changes colors? Let me remove this. Wait. So I can change colors. Imagine that you have a corporate color and you can change the line. You can actually change the color of the text as well. Yeah. So I'm guessing that Customily is actually has a logo about like that to go with this. Yeah. And the same goes with him. I could actually customize something like this. That easy. Yeah. I'm going to keep this with this color because it's not going to matter. We're going to put a color picker. But check out the final setting of this product. We're going to set the export format to PDF because that's how I want this to be printed. And we are ready to get the print file, right? A4 is going to be our print file. We're going to click next, and we're going to put these objects into our background image. What is a background image? Is our product mockup without any customization. You see, I have my listings, the ones that I show you, but I have my A4 mockup here. An A4 mockup basically is this, is the product looking nice with a context. And check out this. I actually have, well, this is the sample, it's okay. I actually have everything that I created on the first step is already here, and I can actually move this around. Yeah, in fact, this one is going just to be, yeah, anywhere. I don't want that. But yeah, here we are going to place the mockup like that. Everything is empty. The reason for that is because everything is customizable. You're just putting this here, so it's going to look nice. When you click next, you get a final revision. The final revision will tell you what are you printing and what are you showing to your customers. If I were to upload my logo, I will see this on the preview of the store, but I will get this printed for real. So type your name like that. It's as simple as that. I mean, I know it says it's simple, but you see how the concept is. You need to have a clear idea of what you want to do. You need to have these images, so it's going to be faster, and that's all you need. So I'm going to save this, and a new template has been created. The great thing about this is now I can go straight and connect this with a Shopify product. Come to my list of products, search for the paper, find the corporate paper, and I'm going to choose that template. Once I click on the template, I get to create the options automatically. So I say yes, and really fast it's going to create all the options. What options are we talking about? We're talking about the image upload, the text input, everything like that. Yeah, and I'm ready to save it and go to my store to preview. I could actually go here and just refresh and get a brand new image like that. Options are looking pretty nice. So I were to select my image like that. I get to type my name. It's looking in this color, right? I get to pick my font. You see how it changes. And I get to type like this. Yeah, so I can pick anything that I want and change the font here. So far, so good. But we want to do something else. We want to change the color of the texts and the color of the line. That's really easy to do by jumping into the options. Really fast, what you have to do is click on the name here, and it will open the options right for you. First option, you can upload your logo. Second option, you can type your name. You can select the font. Customily created this from me. I gave the fonts and Customily created the thumbnails. Everything is looking beautiful. But what about the colors? So now for the colors, we need to do a quick edition, but by adding options on our own. And you can do that. That's really cool. I mean, you need free text. We need free color pickers. I'm going to just create one. Once you create a new option, this option is empty. It's like, okay, so now you have a new text input that is doing nothing. So you can open this and say, okay, no, it's not a text input, it's a color picker. And what color picker is this? This is the select names color. Default color is black. Perfect. And which one is the text number one? The name text. That's really interesting. And for that, I can show you. That's why it's nice to have more than one tab open. Let's check out the template for a second. Yeah, is this one. Edit. And you may not, maybe you noticed that, maybe you didn't want to ask, but each one of these items has an ID. That way, the options can talk to the object. For example, if I want to change the color of this text, which is number 2, I need to come here and tell this color picker that the function of the color picker is to change the text color. Which one? Number 2. Yeah, like that. This, and we can actually clone this, replicate this exactly as it is, change this to select contacts color. And now we're not talking to number 2, we are talking to number 3. So we change this to 3. Finally, we clone this again, and we're going to select line color. Are we talking now to a text element, a text color element? No, we are talking to a dynamic vector color. So we are going to be changing the dynamic vector's color, which is number 6. So we put number 6, and now we have 3 color pickers, 1 for each. We should rearrange this so it looks nice. Okay, so first we upload your logo, then you type your name, then you select the font, then you pick the color. So we click, hold, and drag. Then we input the contact information, select the font, put the color of the font, and then the line. Yeah, I'm happy with this. So now if I go to the product again and I refresh, I have more options now. I can upload my logo, yeah, type in my name. It's pretty corporate now. Yeah, set my color to be this, more like this, yeah. And I like this code, so I'm just going to copy this so it's easier to replicate later. Contact me at Customily. Same font, color, not white. So let me grab this, paste the new one. Excellent. And finally, the line. The line can be black. That's up to you. But you see how we have freedom to do anything with that. Yeah, and that's my new photo, my new corporate paper. Quick comment on the sizes. We created an A4 template. Yeah. If you want to also create the letter template, letter size, the easiest way to go is to hit the clone and copy everything. Everything, I mean everything. The size, the settings, all. I can change this to letter. Yep. I'm not going to do the changes, or maybe really quickly, but the thing is, once you have both templates, you can tell Customily to load one or the other. Where are you going to do that? We're going to find the paper again. Remember, we are loading A4 by default. Yeah. But if I go to variants here, I can tell the variants to load each template. So I can add a function to them to change the template. You can actually change images, colors, everything. This is really useful when you're dealing with variants that involve colors, right? So when you change a color, you change an image, and you change a text color, or the image color, or the vector color. But also you can change templates. Changing templates will guarantee that whatever you print, even if you see the same thing on the front end, you will print the exact size, right? So letter for letter, A4 for A4. And now, even if you maybe see always the same, you're going to be printing. Remember that Customily creates a print file. You'll be able to print in the exact letter size or in the exact A4 size. Yeah, you see, changes the template, changes the template. The view can change, can be the same. But right now, whenever you see this is changing, it's because now I'm printing on the letter size. Now I'm printing on the A4 size. Now I changed my corporate paper from a simple Shopify product to a Customily customizable product. I really hope that you have things a bit more clear now on how to create your products using Customily. And this session was important because we have been using Customily 2.0 for some previous live sessions, and sometimes we want to show you how you can create customization from something you have existing. In those cases, I always recommend plan ahead what you want to offer and what are you going to be needing. And remember that when this video is published, you will have all the assets to replicate what we did. In fact, you will have the assets to do the letter template. So it will be a nice challenge. So you can create the template of the A4 and also the template of the letter paper and connect them together to see how they work on the same product. Please remember we have an excellent support team available to help you during your first steps and assist you with anything you need. So write to support at customily.com, open live chats in the app during business hours in EST. Also, join our Facebook communities. We have really active and great people in the Facebook communities. They share videos, they share tips, they support each other, give each other suggestions of product, they comment on live sessions. So we get a lot of feedback from those communities. I really encourage you to join. Okay, so well, that's all for today. I thank you all for watching. We're going to be coming back on Thursday with new ideas. In this week, we're going to be doing stationery. So I hope you join us next Thursday for brand new products. Have a great day. Bye-bye.